What's up, Boulder, Colorado? Thank you for tuning in. Today we have several great stories to talk about, so we're going to move quickly through them. I'm going to talk about the media and some thoughts I have on some stories that I've read lately. One of the things that I love about Coach Prime is that he doesn't let the media play games. He drops truth bombs, we'll call them, and the media doesn't get to just form their own narratives. He does that because he doesn't need the media in all reality. The media needs him. There are a lot of coaches out there who need the media to spread their message, and that's all well and good, but Coach Prime doesn't need that. They have to almost bow down to Coach Prime and kiss the ring. He's already a celebrity. He already understands how social media works. We feature a lot of well-offs stuff on this channel. He has his own media conglomerate, and he's absolutely great at it. So Coach Prime can bypass them completely if he chooses to. And for some of the media, it drives them absolutely crazy. They want to be in control. And you guys know that. Whether you follow sports or politics or entertainment, the media likes to craft their own narrative. And Coach Prime doesn't need them to do that. He can handle it on his own. The first story we have from you is from the Joel Klatt Show, who was recently chatting with Colin Cowherd. Joel and Colin shed a little bit of light on something that many in sports media are not talking about. Let me read you this quote, which we'll also throw up on the screen. He said, "I do believe that there are people in the sport, some crusty old pundits that don't like the attention that they're getting. But what they don't realize is they have not just grabbed the attention of the same fans that watch college football. People, this is the Tiger Woods effect to golf. They have created a whole new sector of people watching college football. And that's why the media companies are constantly talking about Deion Sanders. Because everybody else is talking about Deion Sanders, it's appropriately hyped for the interest that's out there." Now, I'm in complete agreement with this statement. Coach Prime isn't overhyped. He is appropriately hyped. When you're bringing in millions of new fans to college football, you deserve the credit. These fans are not college football fans. They are Deion Sanders fans. They are Coach Prime fans. And I'm not saying they don't enjoy college football, but I'd love to know down in the comments, how many of you never cared about a college football game before Deion Sanders? I'd love to hear from you. Now, I've watched college football my whole life. I grew up watching it. I was gonna watch Colorado games whether he was there or not. But a lot of people don't fit that same mold. A lot of people are fans of Colorado or fans of Coach Prime solely because of him. Again, I'm seeing the same things from you guys in our comments every day. And I'm hearing from thousands of you who say, I don't even care about football. Now, I know that's not everybody. I'm not trying to beat up the people that do love college football. I'm just saying a lot of you are not here for football. You're here for Coach Prime. And you're here to show your support for what he's doing. He could be selling insurance, and you guys would be supporting what he's doing. And that is why Coach Prime doesn't let the media play games. He doesn't need them. They need him. He's much bigger than just a college coach. He's much bigger than just the head coach of the Colorado Buffaloes. He can bypass the media completely if he needs to, and so he doesn't have to put up with their crap. Next up, we have a little bit of a follow-up on Cormani McClain. He responded to Coach Prime challenging him to work harder. For those that don't know, Coach Prime basically said Cormani needs to work harder to earn playing time. Well, today, Cormani responded. We'll throw it up on the screen, but I'll read it to you. He said, "You'll be surprised what happens behind closed doors. Everything ain't just what it seems, but pushing through politics every day is the only way out." Now, first off, I wish Cormani the absolute best. I'm a grown man, and I'm not going to spend my time attacking young men who are still learning. I was still trying to find my way at his age, so I get it. But I don't think that posting this on social media is helping his cause. Cormani needs to get hungry. He needs to find whatever it is he's looking for to help him get there. And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what he's trying to say here, but if you guys have a little bit of an idea of what this riddle means, let us know down in the comments. Now, next up, we've got a big one coming up this weekend against USC, a packed list that we'll talk about in just a moment. But first, I do want to give some love to our friends over at Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best way to have action on the games if you're in states like Florida, Georgia, Texas, California, and others. They pair players based on their projections. So if you like should orders more or less on passing yards, and you like the more or less on Xavier Weaver's receiving yards, you can pair those together. If you hit both of them, you win money. We've made a lot of money on Prize Picks so far this year. You guys need to get on there if you're not. I've seen that hundreds of you have signed up. Some of you just haven't deposited yet. So let me tell you, use our code BUFFS, BUFFS, new accounts only. You get a 100% match up to $100. If you're not making money on the Prize Picks app, if you're not enjoying the game and having a little action on it, you need to jump on. Go check it out. You will not be disappointed. Okay, the guest list for this weekend's game is off the charts. You've got USC, so the darlings of the West Coast, the Southern Cal giant that they are, and everyone's coming. LeBron James, Jay-Z, Matthew McConaughey, Lil Wayne. Look, guys, I'm going to be honest. Did you hear who is performing at the halftime show of the Super Bowl? Usher. That's right. The Super Bowl is taking us back to the future. Usher isn't as far back as they could have gone, but we should be thankful we're not getting another dose of The Who or the Rolling Stones. But what I find amazing is that Coach Prime's guest list, even after a loss to Oregon, is like 100 times better than the Super Bowl halftime show. No disrespect to Usher, but Coach Prime should be the one coordinating the Super Bowl halftime show because his guest list is so much more impressive. And I like Usher. That's not a slam. I just think that Coach Prime could be the one coordinating what's going on at Super Bowls because his Rolodex just seems to be a little bit deeper. Okay, lastly today, the world's strongest man stopped by and dropped some knowledge for the Buffaloes. Check it out.
And apparently now, this guy needs no introduction. Been in the Olympics. Holds the weightlifting world record for all three lifts combination. Any of you guys been in the weight room? Yeah, so you guys know what he does, okay? 25 plus years in wrestling, he might be at 30. WWE Hall of Famer. Backstage everything right now. World's strongest man, Mark Henry.
What's going on, guys? I'm going to introduce myself because we always got to represent ourselves. I'm largely considered the strongest person that ever walked the planet. I've been a world champion in 3 sports that have absolutely nothing to do with each other. And the common denominator between all 3 of those sports was hard work, sacrifice, and the fact that trouble came and then I had to deal with it. All of y'all are going to have troubles. They're going to come. It does not make you weak to say I need help. It doesn't make you weak because you have something that you don't know the answer to. And y'all have advocacy here that is willing to do that. You can go to your coaches, but sometimes you don't want to take it to your coach. You don't want to tell your mother. You don't want to tell your father, uncles, family. But y'all have people that are here to help you through tough times. You lean on each other too. And I hope that y'all do that. I hope you have a confidant. I hope you have somebody that you can turn to in a time of weakness. I love sports. I live it. It's how I make my living as well as what entertains me the most. Just letting y'all know, y'all have entertained me as much as anything that happened in this world to me. I've enjoyed watching the process. You gotta have some faith, I'm sure. Faith is good. Faith is believing in something unseen. But along with faith, y'all gotta have each other. Dude, I see so many stories of guys that kill themselves because they won't talk, but they'll hold it all in. Like some you gotta have these moments where you let all that stuff out. And anxiety, I never had performance anxiety. It's a difference. You know, performance anxiety affects your play, the way you compete, the way you perform. I had social anxiety. I had issues with communicating with my friends, my coaches, and other people. I'd rather go by myself in the corner and figure it out myself, and which made it take longer. So the sooner you can do it, the more communication you have with your coaches and with the administrative staff that's here for y'all mental health, the better.
I know we've said this before, but it's always amazing and great to see how many successful mentors Coach Prime brings back to share their knowledge with the team. This team is getting a daily masterclass on how to be successful in life. And at the end of the day, that's what matters. We want to win football games. We want to compete at the very highest level. I get that. But what Coach Prime is trying to do is to train young men to become men, or training boys to become men and leaders, not only on the football field. Only so many of these guys are going to the NFL, but he wants leaders for the future, and he wants leaders for the next generation, so that when he has a team in years and years and years down the road, they can be the ones coming back, and they can be the ones speaking and mentoring. This team has a lot of room to grow, not only on the field, but off the field. Coach Prime will tell you that himself. He said it in several videos. He wants to get them all on the same page. He wants to get them all believing. He wants them to all be mature. He wants them to all show respect. And they're not there 100%. And that's not any kind of shot at them. I wasn't either at 18, 19, 20 years old. I promise you that. I don't even know if I'm all the way there now. But Coach Prime is looking to train and develop for the future. And it's incredible the mentors and the people that he can bring back around this program that are having a profound impact on these young men's lives. We love football, I get it. Or we love Coach Prime. Or we're here to support Deion Sanders. I understand all of that. But what he's doing is trying to train young men, and he's doing it with some of the most elite influences possible. And it's really remarkable to behold. What a recruiting pitch, what a recruiting sell, what a job that Coach Sanders is doing there in Boulder, Colorado with these young men. And the impact that he's having on their life is absolutely unmistakable. We appreciate you guys a ton for tuning in. We love you a ton. We've got more info and previews and content coming on this Southern Cal game that's upcoming this weekend. So make sure you're locked in with us. We appreciate you, Buffs Nation. Thank you so much for watching the Prime Time for college football.